Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, okay, we want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Wakabadash. The belongs to the apostle and elders of the great millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. When the Hebrew Israelites here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, right. Speak about the upliftment of Yahweh Shai, which is the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, coming back to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel out of this last captivity. Right? Let's get to Zechariah 11 and 1.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, and verse 1. Open thy doors, O Lebanon.
I don't want to put a fucking curse on you. Let's put a curse on these bitches. Let's put a curse on you. Put a shalak. You keep run that, brother.
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Ba'Hashem, Bracha, Kodash, Okashah, Shalak, Rayam, Wa, Mashapatim, Wa, Aragim, Wa, Abadim, Wa, Mashapatim, Al, these women, Okashah,
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 1. Open thy doors, O Lebanon, that the fire may devour thy cedars.
Now the cedars is representative of Israel, man. It's representative of the people, man. Okay, there's plenty of scriptures that show you that trees can also be referenced to people. Okay, when it spoke about Adam, it spoke about the trees of the garden. It wasn't speaking about actual trees, it was speaking about those nations. These particular trees are dealing with the Israelites, our people. Okay, go ahead.
How, fair tree, for the cedar is fallen, because the mighty are spoiled. How, O ye oaks of Bashan?
Right, the mighty dealing with what? The warriors of our nation. Okay, the Lord took out the mighty of the nation, the warriors. Okay, the army. All right, see what I'm saying? Why? Because the armies are the defense against other nations, against outside forces. See what I'm saying? So the Lord took that out. All right? Go ahead.
How, O ye oaks of Bashan? For the forest of the vintage is come down. There is a voice of howling.
Yo, brother. Anyways, can you hear us? Can you brothers hear us, man? Is anyone on live right now?
No, not yet.
Okay. When somebody's on, let me know, bro, so I can start.
Oh yeah, there's two people. There are two people.
Okay. They said you can hear? Okay, go ahead, man.
Verse 3, there is a voice of...
Shut the fuck up, man. No, man. No, they're not supposed to be raising their voice like this. It sounds better when you scratch your nails against chalkboard.
That's it.
Damn it, man. Go ahead, man.
Verse 3, there is a voice of howling of the shepherd, for their glory is spoiled. A voice of the roaring of a young lion.
The glory, we looked up the word glory before. Let's look it up in the English. Right? The glory of the Israelites have been spoiled. Right? Because at one time, we were more glorious than any other nation. See what I'm saying? So guess what? The Lord said he was going to spoil the glory. That's what he did. Now we're going to look up the word glory. Okay? Go ahead and get me casting down from the 62.
We were called the perfection of beauty.
That's right. That word. Right. Go ahead.
This is the word glory in the regular Google definition. It says high, renowned. It says or honor won by notable achievements.
Read that again.
Done. It says the definition of glory in the Google. It says high, renowned, or glory, or honor won by notable achievements.
Renown. Renown means what? That you're look. They honor you. They look up. They respect you. Okay, on a higher level, higher reverence. See what I'm saying? At one time, our people, that's what they had amongst all the nations. See what I'm saying? At the time of King David, the time of King Solomon. See, even before that, see when the Lord delivered us out of Egypt, they had fear of our nation at that time. See what I'm saying? After Solomon, we had Hezekiah and different kings that was on a high level. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says honor won by notable achievements.
Now are you Jakes being honored? When you go around the world, do you so-called black men, Latinos, Native Americans, do they honor you? No, they don't. You get disrespected around the nations now. See what I'm saying? Why? Because the Lord took that glory from you, right? See what I'm saying? We're trying to explain to you, the Lord is going to give you back that glory, but it starts with the elect. The rest of the 2/3 are going to die with the evil.
Right.
But the elect is going to get back that glory, right? Right. If they stay faithful unto the Lord. after they stay faithful until the end.
Right? It says, honor one by notable achievements.
Woo! The achievements that we did, the inventions, the wisdom. See, because when you go on the internet, you can't find a lot of information about the ancient Israelites in their daily lives. You find certain books, but it doesn't go into so much detail like that. Esau's hiding that information. But we're going to get all that back in the kingdom. All right? Dealing with hygiene. Yo, Jake be having the hygiene. They be following Esau for hygiene. Okay? See what I'm saying? Listen, now you go back to the ancient world, our women used to bathe in those particular oils and things to smell. They have the smell go through their pores, man. Now, one time, these so-called black women had a number of sweet smells. Now you got bitter smells like wormwood.
Because of their diet, the way they eat.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it.
The curses.
The curses, but also they don't have right hygiene. They don't take care of themselves, man. Men have better hygiene than the women in the society. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
Okay? Don't go and line up and take a bird bath. You can't be taking a bird bath, yo. What you need to do it, you really need to be taking a bath. Like sitting in the tub and soaking in the water.
Okay, I'm going to real quick, because they're more unclean than the men. It's according to the law of, I think it's childbearing, you know, when you bring forth a man child and a woman child, the man child, he goes through a period of separation that's 40 days, but the woman is 2 times that, man. Showing you that they're supposed to take care of themselves even more.
Right.
You know?
Right. Exactly. But also, when you look at the woman's pH, it's acidic. And the man is alkaline. Okay? The woman is acidic and the man is alkaline. But it's a balance of it. They're both coming together. See what I'm saying? But either way, you gotta have a correct hygiene with your woman. You can't just be having sex with multitude of people. Mixing sperm inside that creates bacteria. Right? You know what I'm saying? And they're internal. So a lot of the things they have is you don't see the symptoms. They're asymptomatic. So they can have all kind of diseases and you won't know they have diseases. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because there's no science in it. Which makes it even more deadly. Go ahead.
The outside is clean, but the inside is as dead.
Outside ain't clean either.
It says, more in the definition of glory, it says magnificence or great beauty.
I like that word, magnificence. The magnificence of the Israelites, right? Or great beauty. Right? So the glory also goes into the great beauty. See? So that's why there's another statement we would call it the great beauty. Right? You got Psalm 62.
It's the book of Psalm 62 and verse 4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
Right.
They delight in
Right,
lies.
look at the men are feminine and then the women are masculine. The men, they look like they got some up their ass, and then the women, they're walking like masculine. Right? Because they're following after the ways of the devil, the way that Esau, Edom set up for you to follow, right? Which is the ways of the opposite way. Right? When you're watching the movie Oppenheimer, there's a scene after he has sex with a woman naked, and she's sitting like a man with her legs open, crossing the and this nigga's sitting like, you know, they do the cross leg like a bitch. That's how they want the society to be. The men acting like women and the women acting like men. Right? To the point these women, they're talking about, oh, I'm the dom, I'm the dominant, you know, and I want to sub. They're sub. In other words, someone that's submissive. These bitches got demons on it, bro. And that's Satan on it, man. Because really they're not attracted to that. It's just the demons. It's like, how let's try it. You know, to them it's fun, but it's like, it's not attractive. It's like, bro, trust me, brother. This whole society is backwards.
He was sitting like Trudeau.
Because all these government officials, they're all homosexuals. Okay, they all do those homosexual acts. They all deal with children. Okay, they're foul beings, man. All right, but guess what? Now you got our nation following after the ways of Satan, after the ways of the so-called white man. Okay, being perverse. All right.
Psalm 62 and 4, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency.
Right, because we had that excellency that we were at before. What did Esau consult to do? To cast us down from him. And he's continuously trying to keep us get away from that excellence. But guess what? The Lord is bringing back the elect, and there's nothing he can do about it.
That's right.
So So we're going to get back to that and we'll see whether he likes it or not. Go ahead.
It says, they delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly.
Good.
This is Proverbs 12 and verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
Right.
But the way
So
of
the righteous would be us. The Israelites are known as the righteous nation. Right? Our neighbors would be the heathen. Okay? So we're more excellent than the heathen. Go ahead.
But the way of the wicked seduceth them.
But the ways of the wicked, the ways of the Edomites is known as the wicked nation, seduces us away from our natural state, including the ways of the heathen as well. Okay, the wicked people count that as all the heathen in this particular scripture. Okay, because when we follow after the heathen, we go away from the ways of excellence, the ways of righteousness. Yes, sir? Because that's why the Lord, when the king built certain nations around us, would prove us to see if we would follow them. And then what would happen? They would go ahead and follow them. Start going into idolatry, going into witchcraft. See what I'm saying? Following after the heathen. See what I'm saying? If I may add to it real quick, because
There's also benefits to following after the ways of the heathen, like on the left-hand side. They would see that the heathen, they would prosper and by worshiping these other gods. You know, and the benefit for serving that God will come quickly. Because, you know, there's fire on the left-hand side. So that's why they would go astray after the heathens, man. That's actually staying on the right-hand side where the benefit is even more. It's way better. Because we know on the left hand, when you go to the left hand, the end is death, man. You know?
Because another thing is that there was particular customs amongst the heathens that were considered fun to the flesh. Like when you get the carnivals that Jake does, that comes from the God Baptist. Okay? That's fun to Jake, right? But it's perverse. Women are naked, dancing around, basically naked. Okay? And there's all kind of adultery going on. Okay? Go ahead. What you got? Bring it up. Oh, somebody. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32.
And you can't tell me adultery is not going on in the caravan and the Paso. There's nothing but adultery going on. If your woman's going over there without you, what do you think she's doing? Going to hotels with different dudes, chilling, smoking, drinking, getting fucked.
That's right. I remember seeing a video on YouTube, I think it was a carnival or a pool party or whatever, and then some Jake was just there, just getting, you know, had like live people videotaping right in the park. You know, his rug was all on, the woman was just, you know what I'm saying?
And that was somebody's girlfriend. That was somebody's girlfriend and somebody's wife doing that. See, because the thing is with these different customs for the heathen, they're all tied to false idols. They're all tied to demons. Okay, because those false idols are tied to demons. And those spirits roam in those places. They're invoking the spirit of those different idols. Bring that up. Hold on.
God, this is Wisdom of Solomon 14, verse 23. For once they slew their children in sacrifices or used secret ceremonies.
Now the sacrifices that was onto Molech and different gods as well. It's like now they have the abortion, right? That's all unto idols. That whole spirit is the spirit of Molech. Okay, and the demons that come with him. So when they convince them to do those things, well, that's not more than the demons that come along with those idols. They influence in their lives. Right?
It says, or used secret ceremony, or made revelings.
Right. Carnival is a ceremony. Carnival is a ceremony. Go ahead.
Or made revelings.
Look up the word right. R-I-T-E-S. Go ahead.
Or made revelings.
Reveling is drinking and getting drunk. You see what I'm saying? Partying, you know, that crazy party spirit. Party like it's 1999 spirit, red cup, right? That type of spirit, right? That's reveling. Okay? Going to clubs and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? You know, certain bars too, they got this certain bars have the spirit of reveling. You know, you go to a certain bar, you have motherfuckers on the table. That's the spirit of reveling, right? You understand what I'm saying to you? Go ahead. And there's a difference between that. You go to a place, the lights are dim, a few people in there, not too much people. They kind of, you know, they got wine, they got nice little wine bottles there, you know, that people sipping, chilling, talking, have a little date. Yes, we having fun, but that's not
necessarily reveling. You see what I'm saying? Reveling is a whole nother. Matter of fact, look up the word reveling after that. Go ahead.
It says, we're made revelings of strange rites.
Right, strange rites. Now look at the word. What's the word right? This is the word right in the regular Google definition. It says a religious or other solemn ceremony or act. It says a social custom, practice, or conventional act. Now let's go into some Christmas. That's a strange rite. You see what I'm saying to you? That's a strange rite. You understand? On Easter, that's a strange rite. Okay? See, and they take it serious. Let them not have enough money to buy a gift at Christmas. See how crazy these people get, man. You understand what I'm saying? How stressed out they are. That's serious to me. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's funny you said that because one of the phrases they use to describe the word, it says the family Christmas rite. That's it. Okay, because it's a rite, it's a custom. All right, it's a solemn assembly, if you will. Okay? Let you not have the gift on that day. You know what I'm saying to you? They're gonna lose it, man. Oh, don't let the woman lose it the most. Is that how you didn't get me a gift and that could end the whole relationship right there. Because of those strange rights. Right? I got the word reveling. The regular Google definition. It says enjoy oneself in a lively and noisy way. In a lively and noisy, that's why I said there's a difference going to a place that plays jazz music, or blues music, and then you hear the saxophone, you got the wine, you know, drinking the wine, sipping the wine nice and slow, to have some cognac, right? Some double scotch on ice, old-fashioned bourbon, okay? You go to that type of place, the lights are dim. You go to another place, the college kids, a dude got the painting on his head. You know what I'm saying to you? Drink. You gotta get upside down, drinking up. Right. You got the tower. That's a different kind of place. That's a different kind of vibe. You see what I'm saying? Read that again, please. Second, it says definition for reveling. It says enjoy oneself in a lively. Because a brother will hear that and say, "Yo, I can't go out nowhere. It's wicked." You know what I'm talking about? Wicked to go out. You see, brother? No, reveling, you'll bring out the scripture. Pull out the scripture. You're going out, eh? Pull out the scripture, brother. Let's pull out the scripture, brother. And revelings. Read it again. And revelings. No. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got to kind of get into the complete understanding of what that's talking about. It's not necessarily talking about that.
Even when it tells you, there's a precept that says if you're invited to go eat,
yep.
You know, you don't right. If you're hungry, eat, you know. You're not bowing down to their idols, you know. Right. If you're invited to Thanksgiving, you know. If you're invited to Thanksgiving, you're not celebrating, you're gonna eat because you know.
Well, okay. I wasn't even thinking on that level. I was thinking that was a good point. I was thinking something else though. I was thinking of the fact that if you go to a dinner, the scriptures speak about going to people's house for a dinner. That's a party. It's an event. You see what I'm saying to you? But it's not that type of party. It's not that type of barbecue. It's not that type of event. Where people are drinking, they're having a good time. You see? But they can turn that into a revelry. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? They can turn that into a revelry type of event. Go ahead, keep going on the reveling. It says reveling, enjoy oneself in a lively and noisy way, especially with drinking and dancing. There we go. Like a club is set for dancing. You don't go to the bar and really necessarily dance. Sometimes people do that. You understand what I'm saying? But that's mostly a club. That's why they have a dance floor in the club. That's set up for dancing. A bit more, it says, get great pleasure from a situation or experience. Read it again. It says, get great pleasure from a situation or experience. Right. Every time you go to the club, it's an experience. Right? Another story to tell. This is the book of Luke 21 and 34. The Lord speaking, He says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unawares. Right. Drunkenness. Be careful of drunkenness, surfeiting. That surfing means to what? Overindulge, overeat, right? And the drunkenness is overdrink, right? So that's why you gotta go, you gotta kind of be in that spirit of watching how much you drink. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you don't get too drunk, know your limit. Okay? You don't want to be too drunk to the point where you can come out the car, you gotta kind of do a balancing act, to get back on the track. No, that shouldn't be that. Right? You want to get on the level when you're drunk, when you're feeling it, and you're not trying to find balance. The world is spinning around you.
Because as it says, you're supposed to drink everything in moderation.
Right.
You're supposed to know your limits. Because even they call it spirits. So if you drink too much, you're letting your body you let those spirits hop on you. Now you don't even know where you're gonna end up in life. So you might end up inviting Big Shirley over.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but that's how. Sorry, you want to say something else? No, but that's how Esau operated. They always talk about I blacked out. Yeah, I never understand how you black out. I didn't drink so much that you actually didn't know what happened. To Esau, that's fun. Yeah. To me, that's not fun. I get to a certain level, it's like, this is not fun no more. I wish I would have went back -3 glasses. You know what I'm saying?
The woman used that to cheat too, right? Oh, I black out.
Yeah. The woman is always black. She's always black. Okay, read it.
This is Ecclesiasticus 31 and verse 25. It says, show not thy valiantness in wine. For wine has...
Show not that value, that's that drink that's showing your value in this wine. I'm not with all that. See, if I eat my if somebody buy you a shot, if I don't want to drink, really should be in the spirit. Sometimes you might take a one out of politeness. But if you don't want to take it, say, no, I don't want this. Yeah, you come tell you, I don't want no shot. I had people that work when I go bar say, oh, no, this is our house. They might look at me and want to be friends with me for some reason. Say, oh, let me try this kind of drink. I'm like, I'm good. I'm going to stick with what I'm at. I'm trying to stick with it. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Dave. So that's you trying to show your value. Oh, I'll take a shot. Ain't nothing to me. Ain't nothing to me. Right? But you know, once you start mixing that with the grooves, it's a different thing. Go ahead.
Show not thy valiantness.
And do not ever get no coffee, espresso martini. If you get that, judgment come upon you, brother. Okay? You take heed to the spirit. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Go ahead.
Show not thy valiantness in wine.
It's definitely in the midst of that. Go ahead.
For wine hath destroyed many. The furnace proveth the edge by dipping. So doeth wine the hearts of the proud by drunkenness.
Right, because they start to tell the truth when they get drunk. That's why you see people, they switch up when they get drunk. That's their true spirit.
Yeah.
I don't switch when I get drunk. So I'm bumping these people out there. You know what I'm saying? That's their true spirit. See what I'm saying? Because they got demons on it. And they start talking all kind of wayward things. Insulting people, whatever the case is. I remember went to this one spot, and this guy was super drunk, right? And I could really see they were trying to get him out already. And I came to the spot, and he's looking at me, he started showing people in the bar, and telling me, oh, he's just drunk. Because a tall ass, but this thing is like 6'4". He's gotta be like maybe 28, 20. You're telling me he can't, he doesn't know how to control himself, but treat him like a baby because he drinks and liquor.
Verse 27, wine is as good as life to a man.
Right, it's as good as life. So wine was created to what? To have fun. See, that's why the Most High created it. It's not negative. See, the people will stop drinking and say, oh, drinking is poison. It's not poison. Yeah, Esau, the way he uses everything. But it's not magic. It's not poison. Okay? But if you overindulge, it will become poison. But that's why your liver regenerates. Your lungs don't regenerate like that. See what I'm saying? You don't regenerate the way your liver is.
It says wine is as good as life to a man if it be drunk moderately.
If it be drunk moderately. Right?
It says, what is life then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men
Yeah, we're
glad.
going to go into words. We're going to words to further expound upon these points so people can get a further understanding. Sometimes you might hear something, and when you go and break it down, you will get the word and the definition, or broadens your understanding of it. Okay? You want to say something?
Well, just like,
Say it louder.
yeah, like, I don't remember who said that, but we're not supposed to be drinking every day neither. No. Drinking every day, or even taking medicine every day, it's not good for the spirit, because after that your body get used to it, then it doesn't even do any effect anymore, right?
It's not even the point necessarily about the effect. It's about what really happens, which I said that recently. I don't know, maybe somebody else said it too, but what really happens is your body starts to become addicted to it to the point where it takes your the only way you get dopamine, which dopamine is what makes you happy, make you feel good, right? And when you drink, you get dopamine, right? When you have sex, dopamine increases. But let's say if you overindulge in all these things, without doing these things, you're not going to get the dopamine. See what I'm saying? You're going to be craving that to get it in order to get the dopamine. See what I'm saying? So it becomes an addiction. See? And not only that, your body needs time to regenerate itself, right? Yeah, the liquor regenerates, but if you drink it every single day, you have the rest of the time for it to take a couple of days to kind of recoup itself. You understand? Right?
Kind of says, what is life then to a man?
Because when does a man heal? When do you heal? Huh? When you sleep, right? But you only have a certain amount of time to sleep. You ain't sleeping the whole day. So you need a certain amount of hours, or maybe it might take 24 hours. But you only sleep about 8 hours, or 7 hours, or 6 hours. Go ahead, each night. Go ahead.
What is life then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad.
That's why the Most High made it. Go ahead.
Wine measurably drunk
Measurably, you gotta measure yourself and know your limits. Go ahead.
and in season
Yep.
bringeth gladness to the heart
Right.
and cheerfulness of the mind.
Right. So you got the Muslims that say don't drink at all. That's not biblical. That's not in the Bible. That's not in the books of Moses. That's not in the Tanakh. See what I'm saying to you? Well, Moses drank wine because he kept the Passover, didn't he? That's the most famous Israelite custom and the most important high holiday. So where does that come from? Not don't drink it all. Where does that come from? That's clearly showing you that that's another spirit on that book. That book has nothing to do with the Bible. That's nothing to do with the God in heaven. That's right. That's the imagination of really it's the imagination of the king that he gave to the issue. Go ahead.
It says, but wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness of the mind.
Right. Because what happens when you start to open drink? You start to think about it. You really start going to the negative thoughts. Okay? That's what we start thinking about the society. Right? Wickedness in these movies. Alright? Why it makes you bitter, man? What's going on wherever in your family situation, you start thinking about that more. But if you're drinking like once in a blue, it just makes you to forget. Like Simeon, the Bible one, it makes you to forget. Go ahead.
It says,
Oh, that's funny because when you open drink, it makes you to remember. Yeah. Go ahead.
but wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness of the mind, but brawling and quarreling.
Right.
Drunkenness increaseth the rage of a fool till he offend. It diminishes strength and maketh wound.
Excuse me. That's right. That's a preaching version. That is my fault. So like my fault. Go ahead.
Verse 31, it says, rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine, and despise him not in his mirth. Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him.
Right, because when you're drinking, you're supposed to be in a merry spirit. You're supposed to try to kill brothers' vibe when they get drunk. You know what I'm saying to you? Of course, there's limits. I mean, the brothers dance on a table, shooting the shirt. Come on, brother. Yeah, how much is coming? Right. And then you brought to counsel for that. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But really, you really go into the real review when he's sober. You know, you might tell brother, come on, you gotta chill out. The next day, you tell the brother you were going off. You're acting wild. You're acting wild.
It says, and press not upon him with urging him to drink.
Right, urging, right. So, anyways, we gotta get back to Zechariah. Yeah, oh, you were reading. So, okay, hold that. Okay, you got some? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me read this.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, and verse 4. It goes into it says, "And he received them at their hand and fashioned it with a graven tool. After he had made it a molten calf, and he said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, Tomorrow is the..."
Yeah, why did he do that? Because he was scared. The people looking like they were ready to kill him. All right, so he said, "Let me just build the calf." Moses saying here, he got scared, he got nervous. That's why the scripture says, "Make thy face hard against their face." He's supposed to make them against their.
It says, "Tomorrow is the feast of the Lord. And they rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play."
They rose up to play. They were reveling, okay? They were having like a carnival type of situation, right? Based upon that idol, which was that bull going back to Apis, okay? Which was an Egyptian god. You understand what I'm saying? Which guess what? Jacob's serving Apis right now. In the form of Caesarea Borgia, in the form of Jesus Christ. That's not what Apis the bull. Because what Caesarea Borgia was a combination of Apis the bull and was Osiris. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? But they just put the image of his son, which was the son of Ptolemy. So that goes back to that. The spirit of those particular gods are in that image.
The book of Sirach, chapter 34, it's like Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 27. "For the worshipping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil."
Anyone who's not in this truth is worshiping an idol. Guess what? The idol couldn't be themselves. Alright? That's what Esau worships. Alright? But all these people right now in the truth, they're worshiping an idol. Go ahead.
"For either they are mad when they be married, or prophesy lies, or live
They'd
unjust."
be mad when they be married. They'd be going so crazy with this party and they'd be going mad. I remember, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, Jake gets wild when they go to parties and stuff. They get wild. They get fights from Jake. Literally, when I was growing up, Jake, people I was around here literally, me, I said I was part of it, really looking for fights. You know what I'm saying? Literally looking for it after the break. Literally looking for someone. Looking for a group to have a, you know what I'm saying? That's what those spirits and those ancient gods. That's why it said brawling. One of the things that was mentioned, if you read it, was brawling. Okay, because you become mad with this partying that these idols are. Partying based upon the energy of these idols. But
It says, "Or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves."
right, lightly for or they'll get a chick home and there might be too much men for the chicks and they'll run a train. This is what goes on in the world, brother. This is normal activities in the world. Okay, much chick. That was nothing. I'm telling you a fact. That was nothing in the world. No one didn't even think about it. I'm telling you the facts. Alright?
So Galatians 5 and 19, "Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness."
Adultery, that's a major thing that goes on. Even amongst the Christian church, has nothing to do with adultery. Okay? The pastors commit adultery.
Idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations.
Right, hatred against who? Against your brethren. Okay, and he's speaking about hatred against Esau. Esau was created with hatred. The other nations that we're supposed to hate the other. That's speaking about amongst your brethren. And really, who's the only brethren in this sky? How should I say it? Okay, it's the brotherhood, man. I'm saying this doesn't apply to the whole world. You're hating on Esau. Esau was created to be hated, right? Good.
Wrath, strife,
Wrath is
sedition.
what? look up the word wrath. We're looking up a lot of words now. They were going into a lot of words. You don't want to go into words. Okay, there's other videos on that. See what I'm saying? Other brothers might be going into something else. We're going into words video. Go ahead. This is the definition of wrath in the regular Google definition. It says strong, revengeful anger or indignation. Right. Strong, revengeful anger or indignation. That's like an uncontrollable anger. See what I'm saying? Well, basically, it's like when you black out. Right? It says retributory punishment for an offense or crime, divine chastisement, wrath. And a lot of these people, they'll drive you to get to like you're almost like you feel like you're almost gonna go there. But that's where the spirit comes in, where you rebuke your own thoughts and you say, no, that's not the way to go. And then you bring that energy down. Because these people, these demons are against us. These demons are contrary to our spirit. And certain demons are set up to rouse up your spirit in that negative way. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful that these are demons that are set up to test you, right? By the How About Shimmy Out. So you have to try to evade. Like remember when that female cop pulled up? My spirit was boiling inside from the feet to the feet. But what did I do? I actually beat my own thoughts. I really wanted to go off. Tell her, come listen to the scriptures that she wanted to slave. That's what I'm saying, which I could have went down route by the side next to that. Okay? But now that I've regrouped and thought about it, next time she does that now, let's say she would have passed through that now, you know what I'm going to tell her? There's enough space here. If she got a problem with that, let me speak to the supervisor. That's the problem I'm going to go get. And while the wrath was there, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking, I can't see the bottom of the fluid here in the head, and then I would have to get him. Get the scripture, really? I actually, you know, sometimes when I go like this, the bottle flies on my hat, it happens multiple times. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you know, poke it in, oh, that's a assault. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why you can't let wrath overtake you.
Go ahead. It's also because we're fighting against spiritual. It's a spiritual battle. At the end of the day, we're not battling against the person, but it's really the demon that's in that person.
Yes.
So it's we're fighting principalities, demons in high places, low places. You know, so that's really what it is, man. We have to look at things at a spiritual value. And move accordingly.
This is Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse 18. Pride was not made for men,
Right.
nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman.
Furious anger is for the Most High. Okay? Furious anger is for the Most High. The Most High is the one who has the right furious anger. See, when we get that furious anger, the Most High is going to put His anger in us. That ain't even our anger. When the Most High put it, it's going to be His anger in us. That's going to make us go crazy in that hunter mode. Yeah, but that's when we come down from the tree.
Yeah, you gotta be in a special spirit to take a child and dash him against the stone. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Just like it was the Lord, it's like it was Yahweh Shemoshi's wrath that He put upon Esau to chastise him. Right.
Yeah. Beautiful, yeah.
Which, that's right. But at the end of the day, really, a man could do that. Let's say the Most High gave it go. A man could do that, right? You know, fuck Esau, you know, it's an Edomite. Maybe, because I'm going to say this, because that's really the ancient spirit. You understand what I'm saying? Did not Amaziah was pushing off Edomites to think to keep care that they were children? You understand what I'm saying? When they put the Amalekites together, you see what I'm saying? You understand? So that's really what the Lord's going to do. He's going to put His anger in us and also rouse up that ancient spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because even when we came out of Egypt, the Lord will tell us when we're fighting these other nations, we're utterly destroyed them. That's right. You don't live any survival. So that these children were, and the two men, pregnant woman, you know? Because the Lord told us to do it. Furthermore, He gave us that spirit to like, just fucking kill these niggas. That's right. And hold on, didn't Nat Turner do that? Nat Turner did that. Right? There's a time where it was written about where there was a baby crying and one guy didn't want to do it because he was in that spirit. And guess what? Nat Turner was in that spirit. Why are you crying in there? Oh, you know, it's just like, went up in there and did what he had to do, man.
Okay, so the Lord put a spirit on him, you know, but really, he had an ancient spirit on him too. You know what I'm saying?
This is Romans 12 and verse 19. Because the thing you have to understand is these are your enemies. These are not your friends. They kid ain't gonna grow up to be your friend. That kid's gonna grow up to be an enemy and want to put you in jail. They want your fault. See what I'm saying? I mean, that's your point. Because if you let them survive and then they grow up and then they'll learn about what you did unto their nation, what do you think they're gonna do? You know, they're gonna try to kill you. Well, little devils grow to big devils. Go ahead. This is Romans 12 and verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Right, that's it. What were we going into? We're going into the spirit that comes with these idols. Or idol worship. It's all these different things. See, but when you're in the spirit, when you're following Yahweh Shai, you're in the spirit. Right? So these things lead from you. Right? You still got that? You know, the wrath and the different things that you lead.
It says strife, seditions,
Sedition
heresy.
is what? Sedition is what? Sedition
Ou alors,
is rising up, speaking up to rise up against the government. Okay? Trying to rouse up a militia or something along those lines. See, that's not the spirit that we're in. We're just all we're doing is reading the prophecies of what's going to happen over here. See what I'm saying? So whether they like it or not, it's going to happen. See? We don't gotta tell people to do it. We don't have to. We don't gotta tell you. Come outside and ask. All right? We don't got to tell people to do that. They're gonna do it anyway because it's biblical prophecy. Go ahead.
It says heresies.
Right. Heresies is false doctrines. Right. That's tied to idol worship. See, if they were serving Yahweh Shai, he wouldn't leave them in the wrong path. He would leave them in the right path. Okay, go ahead.
It says envyings,
Okay.
murders, drunkenness.
Right, all that is tied to idol worship. None of that is of Yahweh Shai. None of it. Okay? See what I'm saying? We're the Hebrew Israelites. We're the Hebrew Israelites. Tell her we're the Hebrew Israelites.
It's been 2 times she come back.
Oh yeah? She came up on the block? Yeah, but she asked me.
No, she was just looking.
Oh no, just tell me we're the Hebrew Israelites. So she knows what it is. Go ahead.
Revelings,
Revelings.
and such like, of the which I tell you before,
People do that a lot. People do that a lot.
of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right. Meaning what? If you're in that spirit, which really goes back to idol worship, goes into the spirit of those idols. Okay? And guess what? It's an idol for everything. It's an idol for every spirit, every mind. That's why there's so many idols. You know, there's idols that are tied to different things. Oh, to love, so-called love. Cupid, right? Cupid. You know what I'm saying? You know? You got a St. Valentine's, you got a St. Valentine's Day type shit. You understand what I'm saying? All of that is tied to idol. Okay? Huh? Ishtar. Not Ishtar, which is, that's beautiful fertility. There's a God for fertility. You know? There's a God for sacrificing children. There's a God for bestiality. God for all kinds of things. And all these things are what goes on in this world. It's promoting it. Okay? Because what do the elites worship? They worship Satan. And guess what? If you worship any of those idols, you worship Satan indirectly.
So it's another reason why this place is called spiritual Egypt, because a lot of the idols that they were worshiping in Egypt were being pushed.
And just as the brother said, that's why ultimately, if you're not worshiping Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you're really worshiping Satan, regardless of what it is. This is only one way. Okay, that's Yahweh Shai. That's all you have to do. It's this doctrine. So if you're in anything else, you're really worshiping the devil.
This is Zechariah 11 and verse 3. It says, "There is the voice of the howling of the shepherd, for their glory is spoiled. A voice of the roaring of young lions. for the pride of Jordan is spoiled. Thus saith the Lord my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
Right, so those that had Israel in captivity, they prospered. You know? Those that had Israel under their feet. See what I'm saying? Right?
For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, said Yahweh.
Right, because Jake kept going up. Israel kept going against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shai, and doing their own thing. They were rebellious, man. So the Most High said, guess what? Now, I don't want to hear this sacrifice. Get me out of enough. I'm filled with your burnt offerings, man. The Lord said at a certain point, I don't want to see none of those sacrifices. I despise your feast days. And guess what? He wasn't even speaking about Christmas, man. He was speaking about the high holy days, man. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, that's your point. Because Jake was doing it without even being in the mindset of actually doing it to do it to please the Lord. Yeah, they were sincere about it. They were just doing it because it was a custom. You know, like it was a custom. But they were doing it actually to reverence the Lord, man. Because after that, what would they do? Go back and transgress the words, man. Transgress the commandments.
The book of Isaiah 1 and 13. Bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting. Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hated. They are trouble unto me, I am worried to bear them.
Yeah, he hated them. It came to the point the Lord hated them because he knew Jake was not doing it sincerely. Right?
And when you spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when you make many prayers, I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood.
That's why the Lord said here that he would not pity Jake. He would take away his pity from Jake. See? Because of the amount of times he was crying. You read the book of Judges, it's just over and over, Jake just kept going on. See, there's a certain point where you start to draw back your mercy. Right? You give someone some chances and they keep doing the same thing over and over. It comes to a point you say, I'm not doing it. That's done. You know what I'm saying?
The book of Amos 5 and 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 1 and 23. Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loveth gifts, and followeth after rewards. They judge not the fatherless, neither does the cause of the widow come unto them.
Especially, it all started with the leaders. It was all about the leaders. That's the leaders of the people. So you have mostly wicked leaders among the people. Every now and then you'll have a righteous ruler amongst Judah. But out of that, it's far fewer in between. Right? The majority of them were wicked. See? So the majority of the time, see, that's why the Lord is going to judgment really starts with those leaders, right? Because they're really the reason for all that. Even now, who is Jake's leaders? These are all sellouts. These are all people who sold out to the so-called white man. The devil to promote what? To promote perversion and sin amongst our people. Okay? That's why you got drinking these different dudes. It's supposed to be these top rappers. It's supposed to be cool and all that. But they pick their fingernails to match their shirt. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is that? That's a new thing. That's not something that was going to cause some culture. Losing no picture. Losing the picture. Alright? I mean, say that with love, the Lord will go there. It's always going to be Big Shirley. Big Shirley better cross the street. It's possible. Hold on. Right. That's not that. What kind of custom is that? They're set up to push an agenda. See, just like Oprah Winfrey, she was set up to push an agenda of feminism amongst the black community. See what I'm saying? And attack against the so-called black community. That's really what her job is. So that's how she became known by doing that and being a good puppet for Esau. Alright? She was part of what they call the Purple. Remember the color purple? That was a big issue that Kevin Samuels always spoke of. that was a big instrument in how that whole villainization of so-called black man came about. Was through that movie, right? And it made it seem like their grandmother would just walk around with black eyes and big bumps on their head, you know, behind them, they're still cooking. They were just being oppressed on that level. No. So it was a villainization. The so-called white man created that. She was a part of it, and that's what the image that she was set up to put. She was always down to kick. She was always, if you watch old shows, she was always talking against the so-called black. Right? Oh, they're not this, they're not that. That's really where that whole energy of, oh, you guys ain't in the homes, you gotta leave me. So that whole energy came from her shit, right? So she did her job, and she's still doing her job, right? So these are actually the leaders of our people. That children it's all good on that. No, we don't have to get that. What you got?
All right. This is the book of Ezekiel 9 and 6. It says, slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Right, so guess what? Anyone who doesn't have the mark of exemption, they're going to be destroyed by the angel. Right?
Then they began at the ancient man which was before the house.
They're going to be targeted by the angel. Okay? See what I'm saying? You understand? One way or another, if you're not right in the spirit, you're not making it.
Right? Ezekiel chapter 8 and 12. Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in the chambers of his imagery? For they say, the Lord sees us not, the Lord has forsaken us.
The ancients are who? The ancients are the older people. The elders of the city, right? But the elders held weight. See what I'm saying? It doesn't mean everyone that was old was considered an elder. But the ones that were most renowned were those elders, and some of the most renowned people were the elders, right? That you would go and see for different judgments and councils. Okay? Good. That's it? That's it? What?
Isaiah 9 and 14. Therefore the Lord will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and root, and in one day. The ancient and honorable.
The leadership. See what I'm saying? So that the leadership was cut off. Notice it mentioned the leadership first. Right?
The ancient and honorable, he is the head. And the prophet that teaches lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of these people cause them to err. And they that lead them, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Right. They that are led of them are destroyed. So it all started with the leaders anyway. See, that's why the leaders, those that are first now, they're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. See what I'm saying? He's not going to have he's not going to be sitting with you out and out. That's what I'm saying? 50 cents. They're not going to be sitting on the highest seats and the king. They won't be on, they're just going to be regular loads for the Israelites. See what I'm saying? Because they do what they have to do in this society to sell out to Satan. So in that case, they're going to be ashamed. The scriptures say someone's going to wait to everlasting shame. That's going to be those guys.
As it says, they have received the recompense.
Consolation. Real quick to the point, because even with the ancient leaders, because you mentioned how the different kings the northern kingdom had, they caused them to err. Like for instance, with Jeroboam and Rehoboam, Jeroboam was the king of the northern kingdom. What did he do in order to gain favor of the northern kingdom? He set up calves for them to worship, not to go to Jerusalem, rather to worship Yahweh Shai Shai. You know, because when the time of feast came, you know, Jeroboam, he decided to make his own calf. So to gain the favor of the people by causing them to go astray, man. Right. You know, that's why judgment is going to start with the leaders, man. Right. Because they're the one that's responsible. Right. Right. The time of Yahweh Shai, right? They were sitting in Moses' seat. Yahweh Shai said that. Right? But what was their whole thing? Their whole thing is they didn't want the Romans to take their place. Okay? So they were willing to go against Yahweh Shai for what? To keep their position. See? Which caused the people, the majority of the people to err to the point where they gave up Yahweh Shai. See? Because they were the ones who started that whole crucify. They were the ones who started that whole system. You see what I'm saying? They were the ones that were plotting against people. See? The leaders of Israel. The leaders of Israel.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 26, for among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait, I see that set of snares. They set a trap, they catch men.
Right, and they set a trap for Yahushua. The time of Yahushua. Before that, they set a trap for the prophets, man. See what I'm saying? Right? Oh, hold on. Was not Ahab a leader? Yeah. Right? And now he have a lot of prophets put to death behind his wicked wife Jezebel, man. See, you can't trust nobody who's controlled by the woman. You can't. I don't trust people like that. The woman can do this. A guy like that, I don't want no dealings with a guy like that. Go ahead.
That's what it says. Well, if you can't be a bishop if you
rule your house.
Yeah, if you can't rule your house, you know, how are you going to rule the things, the affairs of the Most High, if you're not even taking care of the things in your house? Your woman is over you.
Hold on. If women are wicked and she's controlling you, what does that make you? Go ahead.
Verse 27, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxen rich. They are waxen fat, they shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the
And
fatherless.
that's really going in like, I mean, that's all Jacob. But those leaders, man, those leaders are real wicked. The leaders among Jacob are real wicked. When you look into all the leaders, man, it's so crazy. All the leaders in Jacob in recent times, Esau placed them where they are. They would not be able to get to where they were without Esau being there. Oh, Esau even said that. There's one Edomite leader, so-called white guy, but he's one of the elites. He said, who was it that said that, man? He said, if there's going to be a black Messiah, we're going to create it. Right? If there's going to be another black Messiah, we're going to create it. But she had to be referring to Yahweh Shai, the Lord. You see what I'm saying? But that was their fear. Just like in the time of Moses, right? The Egyptians were scared of the Savior. Because there was many saviors. The Savior being born. That's why he wanted to put the boys and the men to death. He didn't put the women to death. Men shall be death. Okay? And in the time of Yahweh Shai, Herod did the same thing. He put the men shall be death. Because of what? The fear that the Savior was going to be born amongst our people. See? So Esau doesn't want the Savior to born. He said, listen, you know, instead of having the Savior born, you know the Savior's not coming back on earth. You know the Savior's coming from the clouds. Right? Right? But guess what? There's 144,000 saviors. See? But besides that, what he wants to do is he wants to control the narrative. So he said, listen, I'm going to set up my own black saviors. You know what I'm saying? So to speak. And they're all controlled by Esau Edom behind the course. Martin Luther King, right? He was controlled. He was set up to do it. Malcolm X, he was set up to it. And they comes out there both of them fucking homosexuals.
Yeah?
Both of them. Even Malcolm X, come to find out they were both homosexuals. Okay? They're all controlled, man. Controlled opposition. Which Malcolm X has an image where he's going like this. That's a Masonic suit. He was a Mason. See? Right? Al Sharpton, Jesse Jack, these are all controlled, man, by the so-called white man, but they're acting like they're for their people, man. They ain't for you, man. They're for their benefit in this world. They're for getting by in this world. The only ones that's for the people is really the elect. The prophets out here on the highways, and that's why they're in the low place.
That's right.
That's why they sit in low places. He's not even gonna put no. Notice they didn't put the crazy stuff that brothers have said over the years. You can find some things that brothers have said. You know, even people that used to be part of the camp that wasn't like it. Why did they put great rules in the Bible? They try to demonize. They do not want that energy. They don't want people to start looking at something. Oh, let's see what they got to say. They don't want that, man. They want to constantly be able to control the narrative. To the point, the movie, they clone Tyrone showed you that Esau chooses the leaders. What happened in the church? The pastor that was preaching unto them was a clone. Proving that what Esau's the one that sets up these leaders, these different pastors, these priests or whatever, he set them up. You know, whether they came up by their own and started their own thing, at the end of the day, Esau came and gave them the bag. He gave them the 501c3 in order what? For them to preach the thing that Esau wants, man. To keep our people blind, man. You know, the one thing that the preacher was saying is, he said one thing, he said, so what, they killed, whatever, someone in the street. Forget about it. You know, basically, dumbing down, the masses did not give a fuck about what's going on around them, man. You know?
Alright, this is the book Black Indians. It says, it talks about how Esau put agents in the midst of so-called Native Americans. It says here, government Indian agents regulated their lives and paved the way for other intruders. Slavery became even
Government, read that again.
government Indian agents.
Government Indian agents paved the way. Hold on. Let me Isaiah 65. Read that again.
It says, government Indian agents regulated their lives and paved the way for other intruders.
Other intruders being what? The so-called white man, Edomites. Read that.
This is Isaiah 65 and verse 11.
Those were the sellouts who did that. Paved the way for the devil to do what he did. You understand what I'm saying? The scouts. See, Jacob wants it. They gotta go too. They gotta die too. It's not just Esau. They're gonna go down with Esau, man.
Go ahead. This is Isaiah 65 and verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord,
Right.
that forget my holy mountain.
Who's this holy mountain? Look, the Israelites, the 12 tribes, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. Scattered abroad, man. But let's deal with the bulk, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. That's the visible Israelites. You see what I'm saying? They had to infiltrate. They had to get amongst the people. They had to get certain of our own to do that. You see what I'm saying? So they had to find the sellouts who didn't believe, who thought that the fight was already over. You know, who thought they wanted to decide the one that they thought was going to be victorious. See, if they thought Jacob was going to be victorious, they would have stayed with Jacob, right? But they didn't believe that. They thought that Esau was going to be victorious. They saw what Esau, the guns, they saw the military, they saw the, you know what I'm saying? That they were creative, that they were already in the mindset of war, they already knew war. And they had really the technology that they had. What they've already done to other so-called Native Americans. You see, around the surrounding areas. You see, what did that do? That put the fear in the elites, right? The ones that were of a weak heart. So what did they do? They sold out. They sold out to the devil.
Man,
It's the same thing that happened during the time of the magic thing. You know, when Antiochus was pushing Hellenization on the people, certain of our people, they consented to their religion. You know? They sided with the devil, right? That's right. Because they were in fear. That's the point of him torturing these people, right? Torturing the brothers. Torturing, you know what I'm saying to you? That made them consent. See? Oh, they did that with the slaves. They would have buck breaking, they would have a child, the biggest one they could get, they would buck breaking, they would, whatever, whatever the case may be, like some foul acts. See what I'm saying? So what? The other men fear, the other women and children. See, that's how Esau rules based upon fear. And that's really, guess what? We're going to rule that way, but not wicked, we're going to rule righteous. See? Someone was committing adultery and he got put to death, and their head chopped off, guess what? No, what? I don't think it's worth it. And then they will find it in their spirit and say, no, it's not so bad. Not so bad, no, it's not so bad, no. I kind of like the way he jokes. I'm trying to get a liking to it. They'll start to get a liking to it. They'll find the good traits about him. I promise you, bro. Their heads was rolling. Now I'm gonna hear about that Benjamin when he chopped off his head, right? Because he found out 6 children were his. Okay? If that was a normal act, guess what, man? A lot of them wouldn't be doing, they would trust me, man. They would find some objects, man. They wouldn't be looking to go to no work. They'd be finding objects, man. Start knitting, washing clothes by hand, making bread from scratch, learning how to make chips from scratch. They'll be learning how to find things to do, man. What you gotta say?
What did If you don't mind, can you repeat what you said about the Benjamite? I didn't hear
No, I
that.
said there's a Benjamite in Jamaica, right? His wife was found that 6 of his children were not his. That's why you used to get a guy, that's why you mentioned you get a DNA test. The woman kept telling me she's pregnant, and that baby called, man, young kid, baby. You know? Take this thing swab in his mouth, man. I'm trying to find out what's going on, man. Alright? 6 of them, all 6 of them were his, man. See what I'm saying? So what did he do? He lost it, blacked out. That's when wrath came upon him. And he chopped off the whole head piece, man. And then he said, oh, they're like, R.I.P. for what, man? She got what she deserved, man. Why? Because she was committing, that was complete wickedness, man. Complete wickedness. All 6 of them, man. Oh, there was another guy who he found out, he went to the doctor when they found out that he was sterile, so he couldn't have any children. And he said, no, he started thinking, he's like, no, how do I have children? Right? So then he went to go acquire, and then he came to the conclusion, okay, so these are not my children. Right? That happens all the time. There's another recent video of a cat. She said, oh, she's pregnant. He's like, wait a minute, I got a vasectomy 3 months ago. She's like, you know what they try to do? The gaslight. There's professional gaslighters. Oh, no, you got a vasectomy without telling me. That's not even an issue right now. We're not talking about that. You got a vasectomy without telling me. This thing got a vasectomy. They're professional gaslighters. Right. 65? Yeah.
Isaiah 65 in verse 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. It says, therefore, I will number you to
Right, so they prepare a table for that troop. Those Gadite scouts, man. All right, and the rest of the kids, they prepared a number for that troop because they feared Esau. You know, rather than doing what's right, they let the fear of Esau dictate their actions.
The scriptures tell you not to fear him that can kill body, but fear him that can kill body and soul and health. You should be fearing the Heavenly Father, man, rather than Esau. He's just the whipping stick of the Lord. You know? It says, verse 12, therefore I will number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear. But did evil before mine eyes, and the truth that wherein I delighted.
Now, so there was one wickedness, and part of that wickedness was selling out. Part of that wickedness was selling out. And they're going to be, that's why Yahweh said that you of your father, the rest of your father you will do. He's doing the bidding of sin. He's not doing the bidding of sin. He's doing the bidding of sin. Coming up against his Lord's own levels. But continue on that, bro.
It says, the Indian agents sent by Washington openly encouraged slave holding. Soon, 2 distinct classes based on slave ownership divided each Indian nation. Mixed bloods owned slaves and usually had some white ancestry. Though a minority,
Mixed blood usually, a lot of times it was usually, they were Edomites. Okay, the fathers were Edomites and the mothers was
it says, though a minority, they felt both of these facts made them superior,
Right.
fit to rule.
Right, fit to rule, man. Okay, why? Because what? That was going back. That's when they set up the caste system, right? Colorism going back to the Native Americans. See what I'm saying to you? Right?
Now it says this also meant the amount of white.
Yeah.
It says this also meant the amount of white blood was a positive, much as the amount of black blood was a negative.
Right, exactly. So that's what that's all Esau's his propaganda. You know, that's his propaganda. That's showing you when Esau came into power. Does it tell you the day of that? 1800. Right. Because really that really started to come mostly around the after the 17 years. Well, after the 16 years. That might started to come about mostly. Right?
Isaiah 51 and verse 12, it says, I, even I, am he that comforteth you. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die?
Right, because they were afraid of Esau. See? Not knowing that they weren't thinking about the Most High. See, they just looked at the power that he had on earth. They said, listen, let me follow that. Right? So they were willing to sell out. See, it's not just like Jacob's willing to sell out. They know if they go against the grain, what's going to happen? They're going to demonize or whatever the case, because he owns the people. Right? He owns everything. See what I'm saying? But guess what? The Most High is going to take all this power out of his hands. That's what Jacob doesn't understand. You selling out and doing what you're doing, you're going to be guilty and be judged right along with you.
That's right.
See that?
It says, and the Son of Man which shall be made as grass, and forgettest the Lord Yahweh thy Maker, that has stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth.
Give me the account of Eliezer. Give me the account of Eliezer. See, the true men of the Lord, the forefathers, they didn't give a damn about the power. They were going to keep their integrity together.
That's right.
The true men of the Lord. See, but the wicked, which is the majority, they followed after the ways of the Edomites or whoever was in power at that time. See, if he told them to worship him when you hear the soul tree, the suck blood, right? Start to bow down to the idol, there was Jakes that were doing it. There were Israelites that were doing it because what? They fear man more than the Most High. Okay? King made the decree. King heard the decree. Heard the decree. Go ahead.
It says, and forgettest the Lord Yahweh thy Maker, that has stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor.
The fury of the oppressor. That's what they feared. The fury of the oppressor. Esau coming down. Not the Most High coming down, but Esau coming down. Go ahead.
As if he were ready to destroy. And where is the fury of the oppressor?
Yeah, where's what? What's that? Read it again.
And it says, and has feared continually.
I'm not attracted to the end of it. I don't have a problem. They can walk around.
It says, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy. And where is the fury of the oppressor?
Right. Say something? All right.
You're afraid of someone who's, so if you're afraid of Esau Edom, his power is given from Yahweh.
Right.
Only the Lord can let him fulfill that power, So if you're waiting for him, you're scared of him, it's actually the Lord. You should be fearing Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because the Lord gives him the green light to execute that power, that strength.
It says that power is not a terror to good works. Man. See what I'm saying? The powers that be are not a terror to good works. You understand what I'm saying? So you shouldn't even have a problem with that. But Jacob, they're not doing good works. See? They're not doing good works, therefore they fear. They don't. The reason they doing good works is because they don't have faith. You see what I'm saying? They fear man more than, it says scripture, they fear the eyes of men more than the eyes of the Most High.
Psalms 101 and 6. Mine eyes shall be upon the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me. He that walketh in a perfect way, he shall serve. He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house. He that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight. I will early destroy all the wicked of the land.
Ask him if he wants to help us direct the park. Go ahead.
I will early destroy all the wicked of the land, that I may cut off all the wicked doers from the city of the Lord.
Okay, we'll cut off all the wicked doers from the city of the Lord. Now go ahead.
That's it. Speaking of those that side with the wicked, and then again it says of the city of the Lord. So that's speaking of the Israelites first. So basically, if you side with the wicked or with Esau Edom, in those days the Lord will cut you off. Especially that's why it says the 2/3 shall be left therein and be cut off. Why? Because they didn't side with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Right.
And the strength of Pharaoh shall be their shame.
They're ashamed. Yeah. That's the thing. And the reason, listen, a lot of times Jake would go to Egypt, even after they left Egypt, and they would go to Egypt for help in different matters, different wars and things like that. Remember when the Syrians, when they were besieging Jerusalem and there was the famine, and they heard the noise of the troops, and they said, oh, maybe they hired Egypt. Maybe they hired the king of Egypt to come. That's what he said. Why? Because Jake was known to go and check Egypt out. That's why I said, woe to them that go to Egypt for help. What? It's spiritual. Because it also means going to any government. Because that's what represents Egypt anyway. Especially Babylon the Great. What you got? What you got now?
Proverbs 11 verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
That's right, right. Beautiful. Don't they go hand in hand. Don't they try to help up with the enemy. They gonna die with the enemy, man. We can't wait to see you destroyed, man. All right? All of the sellouts are gonna die with Esau, man. Esau's on his way out. His kingdom is at an end, man. He had his time, man. He's been in power going back to what, the 1400s. Right? 1492 is when they really had a strong, they got a stronghold. Christopher Columbus came out this side. That's really when they really got a stronghold. See, they were coming up into power before that, say the 1300s, while we were still ruling. Okay? But when they really got a stronghold was around 1492. You see what I'm saying? So since then, Esau's been in power. Now he's on borrowed time, man. After 1970s, going in after 2000, because 2000, that's really when the time was supposed to be up. But according to the prophecy, certain things had to come to pass. So those things still have to come, but we're only at the last ones. Mark of the Beast, World War III. That's the main thing. Go ahead. Okay. There's more?
Just a little bit more.
Okay, go ahead.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
The seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Right?
This is Ecclesiastes 23 in verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Right. Matter of fact, go on.
Done. This is Ecclesiastes 23 and verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave up till he die.
Right, because they don't discern what's right and what's wrong. They don't care what's right and wrong. It's all about getting the bag, like Jake says today. Anyone who says that, as long as he's getting the bag, whatever wickedness he does, oh, he's getting the bag though, that's a scumbag. That's a low life. That's not something that we can trust. Because that means all bread is sweet. Right? And listen, all money ain't good money. All money is not good money. Certain money affects your conscience, man, which is not worth the gain. You see what I'm saying to you? What is it to gain 10 G's in your conscience? It's broken. Right? That 10 G's, you can spend that in very quickly. Okay?
Good. It says, verse 18, a man that breaketh wedlock seed, thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness. All the walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember his sins. The Most High will not remember my sins. Such a man feareth only the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret hearts.
Right. So that's the one you should fear, is the Heavenly Father, because He's watching everything that you do. Okay? He sees everything that you do. Okay? And you have to give an account. Every person has to give an account. Not only for their deeds, but for their idle words as well, right? So you helping out the enemy, which is Esau did. Okay? And you're gonna have to pay for that. Right?
This is the book of St. Matthew 16 and verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
Right, that's it. So your soul is not worth the little bread that you're gonna get inside. That's gonna mean nothing anyway. The next coming months, that money's gonna be nothing. They're coming in with a new system. They're doing away with this whole system. Right? So all these people that got all this bag, I got the bag, and they're all proud now, soon they're gonna be terrible.
That's right. That's right.
understand what I'm saying? And the elites don't have a specific room for Kevin Durant.
No, you said that. Yes.
A room that's set out this for Kevin Durant. Talents brought to come. No, they don't have a room for these guys. Little babies here, Roger, Jacob, and all this room. Little baby, this room. Leave it for little baby. You got little babies. I know they speak British and whatever. You speak the hands for little babies. No, they don't give a fuck about you like that. Right? Or Puff Daddy. They're being used for their Oprah. They're being used for their purpose now. Okay? They don't care what happens to their money when the money transfers. They're not gonna have on their chip the same thing that the elites got. Okay? They're gonna get whatever. They might get benefits if they're useful for them in the system. But a lot of them are not gonna be useful in the system. So all that money's gonna be nothing, especially for these average people. Upper middle class, or you got 2 million, whatever. You're gonna be poor just now. In a blink of an eye, you're gonna be poor. Go ahead. Let me say too, they're the ones that's gonna suffer the worst too, because they have more to give up. You know, when you have a particular amount of riches, it's hard to let it go. That's true. So they're gonna suffer the worst. Man. Right.
Especially it's hard for a rich man to enter through the eye of a needle.
They're accustomed to a certain lifestyle. They're being pampered, getting massages every day. Oh, you're soft. You know, when you massage the meat, what happens? It gets soft, right? They're living that life with the softness. You see? So one thing, a hard time that hits them out of nowhere, they ain't gonna be ready to go from someone waiting for them hand in foot, having whatever food they want, having people picking out women for them. That's what we see this dude. We got particular friends. They know what type of people they like. They'll just bring all your scale, fucking couple. Bring the couple. Oh, that bitch. You see, turn around. That's the life they're living. See what I'm saying? But guess what? That's gonna go from that to complete just being in the rations life. Shit, right? Being in the rations life. So I think one of the brother, I forgot which brother. I think he had a dream of the ending days, and he said he saw Drake on the line. You know, I think it was I forgot what line, but it was a line. Drake wasn't the line as an average civilian. You know? Yeah, because they don't, like I said before, they don't have a place in the bunker for these celebrities. You want to say something?
No, he asked me if it wasn't me.
No, bro. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 6 and verse 19.
Oh, there's more something.
Book of St. Matthew, chapter 16, and verse 26. It says, "Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?"
Matthew 6 and verse 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal."
Right, so their whole trust is in the treasures they have in this world. You know, their bank account. You know? But us, we have spiritual treasures in the heavens. Right? So we're going to be able to withdraw from that when the time comes. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And guess what they have in the heavens? Debt. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 20, "But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do it corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal."
That's it. This is Lamentations 4 and verse 5. It says, "They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets." That's it. So that's what I'm saying. They're like living that pampered life. You know, you gotta understand how these people are living, bro. You got people waiting on them hand and foot to wake up. Breakfast. They got private chefs. You understand what I'm saying too? Right? So they were living delicate lives. But read that again. It says Lamentations 4 and 5. And a lot of these people are living delicate lives. Right? Oh, these women, no, they're definitely living delicate lives. All they gotta say is, "Ice cream's so good," and they're down here millionaires. "Ice cream's so good." Oh, popcorn, ice cream's so good. That's all they gotta do on the camera. They got all kind of. Oh, shucks. They got sugar daddy. They're living delicate life too. So that goes for all of you, man. You gotta live in that delicate lifestyle. See? This is not even really dealing with the hard laborers, the hard workers, not dealing with those hard jobs. This is really dealing with those that are living that delicate lifestyle. Go ahead.
It says,
Matter of
they,
fact, I want you to go to the blue letter for delicate. Go to the blue letter for delicate. Go to the blue letter.
this is the word delicate, delicately in the blue letters. It says dainty, food. It says delight.
Living a delightful life. Right? You know, the elect is not living that type of life. It says they hated their life until their death. So they're living their best life as they see. Right?
A Strong's definition, it says a delicacy or abstractly pleasure.
Yeah, pleasurable life. You see what I'm saying? So those that were living a pleasurable life before the society collapses, it's going to be a hard hit. Right?
It says adverbally cheerful, dainty, delicately delight.
Right. Right.
Come back to the
And
precept.
like you said, that's who's going to affect the most. Those that were living that delicate lifestyle. Because not everyone is living a delicate life. Even the wicked. A lot of the wicked is living hard lives. You know, they're depressed, they're all messed up in their head. So it's just going to be added on to their affliction. You see? But some of them are living good, so that's how far the fall is going to be. That's right. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Online etymology, it says self-indulgent. It's the word delight. Self-indulgent, loving ease. Also sensitive, easily hurt, feeble, of things delightful.
Just that comfort life. Just living a comfortable life. You know? Go ahead.
It says alluring, delightful, dainty.
Right, like I said, some of these people they're driving the best cars, they're going to the best restaurants every day. You see what I'm saying? They got private ships, whatever the case is, they're living in mansions. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. That's those people that are living that delicate lifestyle. Go ahead.
It says also addicted to pleasure.
Addicted to pleasure. That's beautiful.
Yo.
That's beautiful. The scripture says that the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. So you're not supposed to be addicted to pleasure. Oh, if something's too pleasurable, Satan is in it. Even when it comes to food, if the food you're eating is always just sweet. Sweet tastes nice, right? But if everything you're eating is always sweet, guess what? You're going to get cavities, it's going to affect your health. Cancer feeds upon sugars. The Apostle Paul went into that. You see what I'm saying? So you can't overindulge in those things. Or if things are too, the deep fried foods is the best, like taste-wise, you know, for the flesh. And all that oil. Those less clogs up your artery. See what I'm saying? Salty is also very good. You know what I'm saying? Salty. But they mask the saltiness. You understand what I'm saying? It's masked, but it's highly salty. It's balanced out. That's very good. Guess what? That'll lead to a high blood pressure. Okay? But that's what? That's when you love pleasures. Right? You want to have sex every day. What happens? You become unclean, you become complacent.
It says addicted to pleasure, luxurious, effeminate.
Woo! Well, that's an effeminate trait. Right? That's an effeminate. But guess what? Well, it's an effeminate trait, okay? But in the kingdom, guess what? We're gonna be living a pleasurable life. You see? But we're gonna be living it masculine. You know what I'm saying? You see? But you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. But this is not for this time. This is not the time to be living like that. See? The city, you see the city life, this really effeminizes men. Because the city was really made for the woman. That's why it's called the metropolis. Okay? Where all these conveniences is around. You got the grocery store, the corner store, the restaurant, everything. The washing machine, the washing, the laundromats, whatever the case may be. That was created for the women. See, men are supposed to, they're usually supposed to be living out in the wilderness. You know what I mean? Like in a sense, like, have an outhouse, they're chopping out wood, and doing things to sustain themselves. Self-sustaining, not dependent.
Real quick, and you see the difference between a man
that lives like in the country, like he's a farmer. You see the difference with that man, or the man that lives in the city. You know, like the man in the countryside will grow out his beard. You know, he's more manly in a sense. You know, compared to the one in the city, man. He's pampered. He's you know, he has Uber and all that. He doesn't. He has Uber. You know, he doesn't really work for his. He doesn't really work like that to get his daily necessities. For lack of better words, huh? Right. He's not sustaining himself. You know, it's more like a government that relies on government a lot. But the thing is this, like you deal with them Jakes in the country, like go for the islands, Jamaica and things like that. Them Drakes are strong. You know, some of them come skinny. Bro, the strength that they have, brother, I know, but these Drakes be strong as hell, bro. All right? Because it's the life they're living, man. You know what I'm saying? They climb a tree to go get the fruit, till it the ground, right? They'll go get water, they'll walk miles to go get water and miles back. Before school. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they're living a totally different life. So they come stronger. You know? They come on a different level. See, you don't have to walk and get your water. Just turn on the tap. Turn on the tap. You don't have to draw from the well. Just turn on the tap. You know what I'm saying? So that makes you complacent. And a lot of times, let me be honest, bro, it's really not good. It doesn't feel good. I don't like the feeling, really. You see what I'm saying? You get stuck in that, but I really don't like that feeling. Because you feel like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like it's here. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's there, you're walking around, you're clean, you know? You don't know what to do, bro. It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You chopping some wood, you know what I mean? Like for real, bro. Dealing with some affairs or something. You know, at least the rulers, like, we're going to be doing things. See, we're going to really be doing things in the kingdom. We're going to be making affairs, having plot, okay, we're going to build this, and that. We're going to be doing things. They're not going to be sitting around every day on a beach chair, just floating. Right? Being a ruler in this. You know what I'm saying? Elam, get me with the naan bread. Oh, yes, sir. You know, they're bringing the naan bread. You sit there, eat every single day. Yeah. For eternity. No. You're gonna be ruling and building things up. You know what I'm saying? You got a jaw fight as a footstool for eternity. What's for eternity? Every day you're just gonna get a footstool. They know the routine, you know? You wake up, you come to the kitchen, and the jaw fight gets ready, goes into position to be a footstool. No. So like, if I'm answering your point, that's why Jay thinks, you know, the kingdom is going to be boring. You know, they're thinking the kingdom, we're just going to be floating and just relaxing and not doing anything. We live in the kingdom, that's when we're going to, in a sense, evolve. We're going to learn new things, man. You know, the scriptures speak about how that the wisdom of the Lord is infinite. We're going to be learning infinitely, man. If you could get that scripture, please. That would be like milk to my bones. Yeah, I got it. Calcium. Go ahead. This is Psalms 147 and verse 5. Right now, it gives you the idea, brother. It gives you the idea. Because you think like, yo, what are you going to be doing for There's going to be a time to bring that out. Come on. This is Psalms 147 and verse 5. It says, great is our Lord and of great power. His understanding is infinite. Woo. What is infinite? That means literally it's never ending. It cannot stop. Damn. So guess what? We're never going to know everything we want. Ever. Shit. Which means we're never going to be on his level. You see what I'm saying? Say, I don't know what you're going to get. Seal? No? Yep. Oh, yeah, that was what you're thinking about. Infinite. All right, so it's infinite, man. Okay, it's infinite, bro. So when the Lord sets up the kingdom, it's not gonna be like, oh, what are we gonna do after serving? Oh, it's boring. What are we gonna do? It's always gonna be something to do, man. This planet still it's gonna be created. It's constantly. Do you understand what I'm saying too? It probably take us 1,000 years just to go through a few planets and build it up. Just a few. Talk about eternity, the Lord forgot what to do, or should have forgotten, or what do we do now? You know, the Lord has to improvise. We create a giraffe mixed with a zebra. You know? Nah, bro. He's already got everything planned out already. It's already eternal, man. First of all, we were created to be eternal to begin with, man. Telling me it wasn't prepared, right? Our minds are just not on a level. It's not on a level. It's not on that level. One more thing is Jake also, I remember I saw a video, you know, Jake said, am I going to have a job in the kingdom? You know? Like, come on, bro. Yo, the scriptures basically, and then, you know, in a broad sense, it gives you an idea how the kingdom is going to be like. Why are you concerned about having a 9 to 5? That's why Paul said, I speak to you as babes, as carnal. We're not able to bear. You know what I mean? Jacob's on a low, they're coming in on a lower level. They got to be built up, you know? But
This is the book of Sirach 16 and 20. No heart can think upon these things worthily, and who is able to conceive his ways? It is a tempest.
no heart, no man's heart on earth can think about this stuff the way it is. See, we're trying to picture it in our mind. Our mind is not, we're only using, like they even say, we're only using about 10% of our brain or something like that. Okay? And that's in these carnal, weak fleshly bodies. You see? So wait till our brain is unlocked 100%, but then we're in those spiritual bodies. Those immortal bodies, rather.
It says, verse 21, it is a tempest which no man can see, for the most part of his works are hid.
The most part of his works are hid. See, and it's always going to be hid. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be things hidden. That we got to, and we're going to constantly be learning and constantly searching out. It's all going to be a process. Don't think the Lord's just going to download everything. Yeah, that's that. Right? And that's that. You know, certain things are going to be downloaded, but there still has to be learning. Right?
It's beautiful. There's a beauty in that, you know, learning things.
There's beauty in the process, man.
Beauty in the process.
Right?
Beauty growth. Yeah, this is
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Like I said, I always like those movies. I don't like the kung fu movies where they're just a grown man and they're already good fighters. I like to see them from a baby, you know, come to learn how to use a stick. No, hit it like this. And as a baby, and then as you see him growing up, like now he's a teenager, and you see him still practicing the same thing, beating kids, right? And then you see him as a grown man. I was just like, I'm master that. You see, that's the type of movies that I like.
Karate
You see what I'm
Kid.
saying? Huh?
Karate Kid kind of thing.
I'm talking about the real folk, you know what I'm talking about? The old, you know? The ones where they was flying, you know?
The real deal.
Listen, they were running on the walls, man.
I was talking about the real
Yeah,
deal.
I'm talking about the real deal. Wax on. Yes. He signed the real fighter, man. Go ahead. Huh?
Daniel son?
Go ahead, man.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 43.
So what was it?
Sirach,
Oh.
the book of Sirach, chapter 43 and 31. Who has seen him that he might tell us, and who can magnify him as he is? There are yet hid greater things than these be, for we have seen but a few of his works.
I've only seen a few. Throughout this whole time that the man has been on earth, all men together, I've only seen a few of them. Only a little bit. I'm talking all together with all the knowledge every man has. I've only seen a little tiny portion of what the Lord has. Okay? And in the kingdom, it's going to be the same thing. There's always going to be something hidden. And the Lord's always going to, what do you, hold on now. He rested the seventh day, right? Which was the 7,000 year. What's going to happen? Doesn't the scripture say that after the seventh, the day of rest, we continue to work? So the Lord's still going to be working, man. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is working, man. The Lord, you think the Lord just wants to sit there on the throne, just looking around? No, he's going to be doing things too. He's going to be commissioning things to be done. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay? He's a quickening spirit, man. He's going to bring things to life. He's going to, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
This is Romans 11 and verse 33. It says, "Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Heart unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out."
It's unsearchable.
Man, this is
Well, hold on. Yahushai's in his perfection, isn't he? But he doesn't know the day when he's coming back. Come on. He don't know when he's coming back. But he's in his perfection. He's in his glory on the right-hand side. There's things he don't know, man.
That's right, that's right.
And there's a reason the Most High hid those things, man. It's because that's the Most High's glory to hide.
If I may add, just like a father and son relationship. As a father, you don't reveal everything unto your son. You reveal certain things unto him, certain life experiences you reveal unto him, but certain things you keep for yourself. It's the same thing with Yahweh, with Yahweh Shai, the rest of his creation.
Well, I mean, I would tell my son as much as I can know. It don't matter. This is the Most High. This ain't no regular. Papa. This is the ultimate being on the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather give the Most High a hug. No, this is a whole nother, this is the supreme Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So it's a difference, man. Yeah, he's hiding it on purpose, man. You see what I'm saying? Good, bro.
On Ecclesiasticus 42 and verse 15. I will now remember the works of the Lord and declare the things that I have seen. In the words of the Lord, in the words of the Lord are his works. The sun giveth light upon. The sun that giveth light looketh upon all things, and the work thereof is full of the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Everywhere in the earth. You see how much evenness there? I told you brothers this years ago that there's a lot of evil brothers. Like, what are you talking about? The brother wasn't looking, you know what I'm saying? But now everywhere you look, that's like the most common. Evenness.
Right? Verse 17, the Lord hath not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works, which the Almighty Lord.
Well, Eve is just preparing to go down.
Yeah.
That's all. Let them go to second. Jake is done with it. Go ahead.
Kind of says, the Lord hath not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works, which the Almighty Lord firmly settled.
Right, because there's certain things where he gave to men, he told them, listen, hide this. Right, like the thunders, right? And also certain things he told to Moses.
Yes.
He said, listen, don't give this to the people. Right? Certain things he told to Ezra, he said, give this up to the wise. It's like, I know. I do it too. I do that too all the time. But but Ezra, it says, but Ezra, he told, listen, give this to the wise of the people, but conceal it for the rest. Go ahead.
It says, the Lord had not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works, which the Almighty Lord firmly settled, that whatsoever is might be established for his glory.
Right. Might be right. Read that last part again.
And it says that whatsoever is might be established for his glory.
Yeah, read that again. It's nice and slow.
That whatsoever is might be established.
Whatsoever is might be established for his glory. Oh, that's it. You gotta read that. If you read it a certain way altogether, no, it doesn't seem. You gotta do a certain pause with it, you know? But anyways, so in other words, there's certain things he created for his own glory. You know, certain things he has concealed for his own glory.
Deuteronomy 29 and 29, the secret things belong unto Yahweh, our power. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all his words of this law.
Right, so when we say we have 100% truth, that don't mean we know everything. Oh, what's the weight of a fire? It doesn't mean we know every single thing on earth. Okay? Oh, so what's the name of the planets then? If the Most High has planets. That's not what it means. We see through a glass darkly, but everything concerning to the truth that we need to know, we know. That's right. Okay? The understanding of this book we have. Right? And that's also what guides you to know. Let's say there's a verse that you don't remember reading. Right? And someone brings it out. You know, okay, that ain't talking about all Edomites can be saved. You know that, just for an example, I know that's not talking about the place where you burn forever. Some of you camps will say, oh, that's got to be, you know, you can be deceived in that way because you weren't taught correctly, because you don't have 100% truth. Okay? Well, the scriptures say we know in part and we prophesy in part. So we don't necessarily know everything. Like the brother said, the way of fire. You know, we don't know that. And what need is it for us to know that? The only thing we should be concerned about is salvation. That's it. You know, scriptures speak about also how that we're not supposed to seek that which is above our strength. Right? You know, it's not needful for us not to know the way to fight. What are you going to do with it? How is that going to lead you to go to the kingdom, man? You know? Right. But you can look it up on Google now. And there's certain things you don't know. And it's like you said, there's no need. It's not important. What's that going to teach you? Okay, you know the weight of a fire. When it comes, what can you do? Go ahead.
It's the book of Job, chapter 37 and verse 22. It says, fair weather cometh out of the north with the Most High's terrible majesty. Touching the Almighty, we cannot find him out. He is excellent in power and in judgment and in plenty of justice. he will not afflict. We're speaking of the majesty of Yahweh Hashem.
Oh, 144.
Find them out.
Spirit. See it?
Did we bring out what is the glory of the Most High? Conceal a thing?
I'm sure we brought that up.
No, we didn't. But it says, it's the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing, but it's the honor of kings to search out the matter.
Right.
You know?
They can't get everything. There's only a certain portion that they can get.
That's right. And the scripture also says that a man can receive nothing except to be given to him from the Most High.
Right. Has to be revealed to them. So that's why you can't get mad at someone who doesn't understand the truth, because Lord didn't open their mind to get it. Their minds have to be open. See them the Christians, they really believe what they believe. You see what I'm saying? And when they start to be converted, a lot of them that are not going to be elected try to reject that thought. They say, nah, they find other reasons to go against that thought. You see what I'm saying? There might be one verse that justifies that sounds like it justifies what they're saying, but there might be 50 verses that justify what we're saying. But they'll cleave into that one, and that's enough to give them a faith in their wickedness, in their madness. That's what I'm saying?
If I get that.
This is Proverbs 25 and verse 2. It is the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter.
That's right. One of the honors that we receive is the understanding of this truth. Like the brother said, you know, each brother has a different portion. Okay, and within time, certain things that you're gonna understand, maybe you don't understand now, but within time you're gonna understand later. The scripture also says that it's in the same precept that you quoted, as far as it says, there's be more things that are revealed than the rest of the world has received. More things are received.
Well, say it in your own words.
Yes. So basically, be content with what you have, because you got more understanding than the rest of the world that are receiving the truth.
Yeah, you have something about it? Okay, what's about that something?
Second Ezra 4:26. Then answered he me, and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. For the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in times to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities.
Yeah, because the time to come is going to be on a whole other level. We don't even understand the reward. The reward, we can't even understand it. But
1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, eyes are not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the thing which God, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, had prepared for them that love Him.
That's it. They didn't even enter into man's heart. That's how deep it is, man. You see what I'm saying? It's deep and it's hard to comprehend. You see what I'm saying? This is Ecclesiasticus 3. I'm going to start on verse 21. It says, seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence. For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are showed unto thee than men understand. Right, because we know more than the people in this world, when it comes to the things that are the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So we should be content with that. You know what I'm saying? Try to go too deep. Certain people have tried to go too deep and they bug themselves out. You understand what I'm saying? Start to believe that there's actually aliens with green heads, right? Green bodies, which Esau's trying to deceive the earth with them, right? As a matter of fact, get a Zechariah, get Ezekiel. All right? Esau's trying to deceive the world with that whole alien thing. That's a lie, man. That's a whole lie that they're saying. Okay? There's no such thing as beings that are outside of the earth except for the angels. When they see those chariots outside, those lights in the sky, those are angels, man. Angels of the Lord, not people with green heads. They look like so-called black men. They're so-called black men, if you will. Okay? They have the form of men. All right, even that guy who watched the true, they're not going to bring out the true reports. Like the report when the guy said that the craft landed, it was men that came out that looked like they were so-called African American. In other words, it said black men came out of those crafts. Okay, and they had whatever they had a look on their face of men that were never a nation that was never conquered. Okay, and they had that particular pride about it on the right hand side. You see what I'm saying? So that's the true report. But they're gonna have the people believe it's actual aliens, like with big heads and big black eyes. That's a fairy tale, man.
That's his deception. He doesn't want the people to believe that there's a higher power. Right? He doesn't want to believe that Yahweh actually exists. So with the sighting, he's gonna paint a boogeyman and say, "Yo, that's aliens." Well, therefore, you're not gonna question and just believe whatever he says.
Because now they can't conceal. There's so much sightings, videos, and independent videos. They can't conceal the fact that there's actual outside crafts, right? That are not from this world. Okay, that have higher technology than them. But they're gonna make it seem like it's what they've been telling you in the movies in Hollywood. Then then that means they knew about it all along? No, that's BS. Okay? First of all, that image that they try to show, that's a demon. Okay, that's not an actual demon that Aleister Crowley showed and said it was a fallen god or whatever the case may be. It's a demon. Okay, that's the image that they're showing as being a so-called alien. Okay, and that's not what's coming in those crafts. Okay, what's coming in those crafts are so-called black men. Okay, which are our brothers in the sky, man, that are gonna come and conquer the so-called white men, the Edomites, man. See, that's what they fear. They fear those outside forces because those outside forces are against them. Give me the quick curse that goes forth.
This the book is
no, go bring that up. No, if you got it. Is it curse? The curse? Yeah, bring that up.
All right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5 and verse 1. It reads, "Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll."
A flying roll, meaning something. It was shaped like a cigar, so to speak. Okay, or like you know what I'm saying? Or like a scroll rolled up. That's how the craft was shaped. That's what he was looking at. Go ahead.
"And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth."
Right, it's a curse for who? For the so-called white man. It's a curse for Esau and Edom. It's not a curse for us. Those are our brethren. Those are the angels are here for us, man. They're here to deliver the elected nation of Israel. You see what I'm saying? But it's a curse for them and the heathens. Okay? Read that again.
Verse 3, "Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Right.
Everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it."
How did they get this land? They stole it. The scriptures say that they're going to enter into the house of the thief, meaning the earth. Okay? Because right now the thief is ruling. Okay? Go ahead.
"And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it."
And the scriptures say they swear falsely by his name. Oh, don't you, when you go to court, don't you have to swear in on the Bible? Well, that's a sin right there. That's wicked. It tells you in the scriptures, don't swear upon anything on earth, right? Go ahead.
It says, verse 4, "I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house..."
Who's the thief? The Edomite. That's the thief. Oh, the scriptures say the thief cometh not for but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Matter of fact, get me that real quick and read that. Okay, because the thief is speaking about the so-called white man, the Edomites. All right, because everywhere they're still stealing and killing right now. That's what they were set up to do. Okay, go ahead, read that.
This is John 10 and verse 10.
Yep.
It says, "The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy."
That's what when they came over this side of the earth. What did they do? Did they come with a love? Did they come to spread love? No, they came to spread to hate. Okay, and to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Read that again.
It says John 10 and verse 10.
No, not that.
It says here, verse 4, "I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief."
It shall enter into the house of the thief. Speaking about the earth. Okay? Why does it say it's his house? It's because he's ruling the earth right now. The earth is in his hand right now. Okay? That's why in order for you to do things, you got to go by their rules. You got to travel, you got to get a passport. Okay? You want to go certain places, you got to do certain things. You got to get a license. You want to fly an airplane. Guess what? You have to learn English, or else it's illegal for you to fly. You got to go by His rules, man, because this is His house right now. But the Lord is about to take it out of His possession and take him out of rulership, man. That's the day that we're waiting for. That's the day that's coming, which is a blessed day.
And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
Right, so when those UFOs are coming in, they're coming in to scope out the land. They're coming in to see what these devils are doing on the earth, what they've been doing. Okay? That's what they're coming to do. So-called UFOs are coming, they're against them. Okay, when we see it, we're happy to see them because those are our brothers, man. That's for us, man. Those crafts are not aliens, they're so-called black men. Alright? Right? Which are really angels. Okay, they just have the form of men. We're taking on their image. Oh, matter of fact, get Genesis. We're taking on their image. Okay, we took on their image. Okay?
And they say, even in the time of slavery, what was one of the songs we used to sing, you know? Swing low, sweet chariot.
Yep, coming forth to carry me home. What? So how did they know that, man? There was no airplanes back then, man. What chariots are they speaking about that's going to carry them home? That's going to fly and carry them home, man? The slaves were singing that, man, because they knew that they were Israelites in the spirit, man. What was those chariots? Those are the angels, man. But guess what? Back then wasn't the time. The time that they're going to be carried, they're going to carry the elect is in this time, man. Bring it up.
2 Kings 2 and verse 11, and it came to pass as they went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire.
Right.
And horses.
So it looked like fire. It was the color of fire. All right. It was in the sky. Like sometimes they'll see it. They'll see those chariots in the sky, and it's like red, okay, or it might be blue. All right, or it might be like a bright white color, or it might be like a rainbow color. You see what I'm saying? They come